Shoepenis, glow penis, no penis. No penis. Joellen Myroff has no penis, and now it's due that she was formed as a male with a penis, but she's spent that. She's past that. She's female. The female is lived in karma after the male is deceased and threatening, and then it's formed as female after that. Joellen is past that she would have been born as a male with a penis. Now she's past that she was born as a female, and she doesn't have it paid for that she was in leverage that was past being born as a male. That means she skipped that she was male, was deceased, and she did something that was against being female, and that would not support the leverage that was once male, does not form female. And that's true about all the females. She's not wrong that way, that other females don't have the similar problems, including other Myroff people who are female might have similar problems. And that's her last name, Joellen Myroff. So what's wrong with it is I was alive after myself is just really me. I don't have anyone that was preceding myself. And the one who was born after myself in the house after myself is really me. There's no such thing as that Donna was born inside of my house. She comes from the outside exterior of my house. She's illegal. She's also illegally feminine. She's a Donald Trump castration that is female. That's really illegal. Joellen is a castration of a Joel. Joel, Joel, and Joellen, Joellen. J-O, so capital J, lowercase o, capital E, and lowercase l, lowercase e, and lowercase n. Joellen. She's not Joel, and she doesn't have Joel paid for, and it wouldn't be Joel Myroff, it would be Joel Cohen, and that's deceased. It's not true that she has a penis in the threatening. She has an obscene past, and I don't know how to trace the one world to the next, because from my point of view in this God form, they don't have any sort of connection with the previous world. They are all illegally alive here, and I don't see the transition of one body to another. I just don't believe it. This body doesn't see it that way. It doesn't have alive in front of me that way. I have a tooth disaster. I have a chipped tooth in the back of my mouth here, and the one next to it is a crown, which is a cap on a tooth, but it's blessed that I don't lose the tooth. Unfortunately, the dentistry has failed at this time. I don't have another trip to the dentist for the toothache that I'm having whenever it comes up. I need God to grace me because it's too much pain. I can't take it. I can't concentrate and do the videos and pay for the rent and myself deceased with the tooth pain. It's just constant, continuous tooth pain. And it's not paid for that you know that I have tooth pain, or that Charles Toe knew that I had tooth pain. He didn't really know because it just sort of comes and goes. I don't really say it. Maybe he overheard me complaining about it. But I didn't tell him that I needed to go to a dentist about the tooth pain. That's okay. This way, I have to get direct blessing from God that I don't have the continuous pain that it would be. Charles Toe's not here at this time, and I don't have a way to tell him that I'm about to die out of the world because he's not coming to bring me food. I can have the extra time. You don't know what it is for God to be here. That's God needing every present moment here. When I hold alive, that is the most potency I have in this world. And you're not supposed to just tell me to get out, because that's how you can extend your own life the wrong way. and you don't really believe in God that he would give you a better life if you tried harder. I don't know what you believe because you don't owe me that you hurt me. I'm not doing that same offense to yourself. You are charging me with that. I am charging you for food. So it would be like this. If I go to the supermarket with a Snickers bar at the checkout uh, conveyor belt, if I set down the Snickers bar on the checkout conveyor belt and then I say to the cashier, I want this Snickers bar for free. And the cashier says, no, you have to pay this, you have to pay for it. And she scans it. And then she tells me your total is, and then she bags the Snickers bar. And I say, okay. And then I give her the money. That's her having charged me for that. I charged her that I wanted the Snickers bar for free. So me saying I want the Snickers bar for free is me charging her that I know she's about to scan it and make me pay money, and I'm saying in advance of that I want the Snickers bar for free, and then she'll say no, you have to pay, and then she'll tell me like how much the cash register says I owe on the Snickers bar, and I don't have what it takes to tell the cashier that I'm going to take the food anyway because it doesn't have clearance with that she didn't use a telephone that she has right there with the cash register that she'll call police to have them. It's an unfinished, like I could walk off. Would the police find me or not? I don't know because right now the police identify who I am without me uh, being identifiable. They know who I am is really wrong because they identify me as a criminal, and I'm none higher than me deceased. I'm just the motion. I make the motion. They always catch me when I'm in motion, which is only due to that I need things and you don't have things that I need ready. And you think when I need a Snickers bar, for example, that I owe you the money, and I don't owe you the money because I am none higher than me deceased. I am the one who makes the stock in alive in the lever. I am the lever. That means in order to decease the stock, I need my leverage deceased because I move everything. And that's you not understanding God is omnipresent. You don't understand how he is formed. You don't have to because you're supposed to death yourself. And that's you being too involved in the cash handling when you're really supposed to just leave everything where it is. You don't have to have hands on anything. You're molesting the creation of myself by cash handling because you're trying to use it for population control of your problems. And you don't believe in the problems you have. You don't believe in them so hard that I died. It's true. I can't help you with problems. I'm going to take my problems with me and leave you. You don't want the problems. They're all mine. I'll have the problems. I know why they're there. I know where they come from. I know what they mean to me. You don't know what they mean to you because you never successfully deceased out of the problems. You complained that you had problems and dismissed them. You didn't decease yourself in the problems, out of the problems, with the problems, by the problems, because they were there to describe that you are not alone. And what is wrong with that? And in what way you're not alone? In what ways you are not alone? We have a lot of animal problems in this world that people don't pay attention to the way they should, which is that God is not really an animal. You can talk to an animal, but it's an animal. It's really not your friend. I have a dog named Rocky that I was friendly with, but I one time did something to quote bark at a dog. And I said something to Rocky like this: "Why are you a dog?" And I said it, I got down on the floor and I was like, my body was just like angry, tense. And I said it angry, like, "Why are you a dog?" Because I was angry about Aaron Epstein made fun of my nose and said, "You have a big nose." And I had a major pain and shame problem. I just was in a lot of disappointment that I had a really nice house and somebody poisoned my mind so that when I went into my house, I just didn't love myself the way I did before when I left the house. Um, and I used to think about it in the house that I had a big nose and I had shame about it. And and I said to Rocky, because he has a black dog nose, why he doesn't have a shame problem with his dog nose. I mean, he might, but I don't know because I don't see it from my point of view if the dog feels any shame about its nose. I know that Aaron Epstein didn't care that I have a dog with a dog's nose in my house. He said I'm the one who has a big nose. The dog has a snout, right? Anyway, the dog sort of cringed a little when I said, "Why are you a dog?" And then I left it at that. And then after I was done being tense with the dog, I said I was sorry to the dog that it's a dog. It's still a dog, it's a dog, and I said I was sorry, and I take the dog for walks outside on a leash. I have to use a leash. It's leash law. I have to because it's not really my dog, and I have to take care that it's not in the roadways. It's a dog. Even if it's a dog, though, is what's wrong with it. It should run away and die somewhere, but I can't loose the dog in the neighborhood because it's not my dog and somebody's looking for the dog, which is Donna. She's looking for the dog, and so is Lynn Lewin looking for the dog. So I can't really do anything about it, but I think the dog didn't really solve with that I don't see it anymore. I don't know where the dog is now. That was a long time ago. The last time I saw the dog was maybe 25 years ago. And I'm ready to die. I need a death myself. Is the dog missing? Well, I went missing when the dog went missing. I heard the dog died, but who knows because it's a dog. I have to give my mom that credit. Donna, she said the dog died, but I don't hold her responsible for that. She doesn't know where the dog is. It may have died, and it's true.